Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322. I just wanted to make a little video with a bit of an update, and I'm going back to sort of old style commentary video over game footage, but I just wanted to get something out there to let you all know what's going on. And basically I'm really struggling at the moment, ever since the MCEC started really, but ironically not caused by the MCEC itself, which is that's unusual. Normally the MCEC ruins me, but we've kind of gotten into a bit of a swing of things at this point now that the first few weeks are down, and it's not actually the main cause of my problems. I was really ill for the first week of February, and I'm kind of still not fully over it. And then we got a bit of rough health news for Xerxes around the same time that we're sort of managing ongoing. Then Baby1322 got ill, and now Xerxes been really ill as well this past week. I've been trying to do my best through all of it, but this week in particular has been sort of one of the most difficult weeks I've ever had, really. I've basically most of the time I've been solo parenting, alongside looking after guinea pigs, dog, and as much as I can for Xerxes to try and help her while she's ill. It hasn't really left much time for anything else, if I'm honest. It was Baby1322's first birthday on Tuesday, so I guess technically now he's Toddler 1322, and we just couldn't do anything for it. We didn't do anything because people were ill. We're hoping to do something today before the weekend hits and the streams take up more time, but the days just they just disappear. They're really long, but then at the end of the week you think, what happened to the week? I've been trying to sort of wake up super early to get done what little I can sort of before the day starts properly, which has mostly been MCEC stuff, because that is the priority where the races happen each week, and certain things need to be done each week before those races to make sure it all keeps running smoothly. But after that, there's no real chance to do anything for the rest of the day. I'm just on dad duty or husband duty, or house husband duty, or whatever it needs to be done. And for example, I'm racing in the secondary championship tomorrow, and just like the first two rounds, I'm barely gonna get any laps of practice in. Now that's the least important thing to me right now, obviously, but it kind of highlights the issues I'm facing. The time just isn't there because there's so many other things that are more important. I was able to get the top speed testing done for the K-Tora yesterday in about a 25-minute gap that I had, but that wasn't enough time to get the lap time as well, so I might just save it for the final video where I cover all the cars from the DLC in one go. The K-Tora isn't quicker than the Sadler anyway. It's not as if we've got a new top vehicle in the utility class. I might just save it and put all the cars out at once at this point, rather than sort of stress and try to get a single video out for the K-Tora. It's probably going to be around the second place, kind of around where the Slam truck is, and certainly not on the pace of the Sadler. So yeah, I've also got early access to iRacing Arcade, and I've got permission to post up to 5 minutes of early gameplay for it, but there's no way I'm going to even have time to load up the game and play it, let alone make a video on it. And that's just something else that I'm just really disappointed about, because I'm looking forward to that game, and the iRacing guys have been really kind to let me in on it early, but it's an opportunity that I'm gonna have to miss, and it's just a shame that these things are happening. And I've for so many years I've been so good, especially when it comes to the testing videos, that the car releases, you get a testing video on the same day. Wasn't able to do that with the Italian Classic because I was ill, and now I'm not able to do it for the K-Tora. I finally have the ability to get early access to a game, and I'm not able to take advantage of that and put out a video about it. My life has sort of basically ground to a halt in pretty much all areas. I think I'm sort of just treading water to try and keep afloat. There's so many things, like both for YouTube and in real life, that I want to be making progress on, projects for videos or all sorts of different things that I want to be doing, but there's just no time for anything at the minute, outside of maybe an hour or two on a morning before everybody wakes up, and I'm basically on dad duty for the rest of the day. There's just no time, and I feel really frustrated by that, but also really guilty that I'm not able to, you know, the MCEC was always going to be bringing the other content to be a bit, you know, lighter when it comes to, say, random races and GFRED to now on alternating Fridays rather than one a week, for example. I always knew that was going to be the case, but it wasn't planned to be this, you know, this bad, and I would have had time to be able to do other stuff as well, even with the MCC going on. I don't think I've eaten this unhealthily since I was probably in my late teens, you know, just trying to get food in, any kind of food whenever I can when I've got a spare minute, just because there's no time really to eat properly or look after myself. You know, that doesn't really matter at the moment. And normally stuff like this is things that I'd talk about on streams and kind of give shorter updates on my monthly posts, but with the streams all being so focused on the MCEC, I haven't really had a chance to do that. Hence this kind of old school commentary video where I'm giving you guys the update in this form instead. And I guess it's a way for me to sort of, you know, talk about it a little bit and get it out there. I'm not aiming to be all woe is me or whatever. It's how life is at the moment, and it's going to be temporary. But I wanted to give a little update nevertheless, because I guess I'm nothing if not my true honest self on this channel, and I always want to keep you all informed with how things are going, you know, ups and downs, so that at least you know, there's something that I can point to if I ever get a comment about, hey, where's the KTORA testing, or, you know, what's going on with certain videos or streams or whatever. I can point to this as a point where, you know, this kind of explains what's going on and why you might not have seen what you're expecting to see at the moment. Just February's been crazy. February has just been really difficult. It's ironic that it's been really difficult since the MCEC started, but it's actually not the MCEC. Don't get me wrong, it does take up a lot of time and a lot of hours to organise, but it hasn't actually been the MCEC that's caused all the issues, which is unusual. So, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to give a little update so you know where I'm at and what's going on. Why you haven't seen the KTORA testing, for example, and, you know, just letting you guys know what's going on, because, like I say, this is the sort of stuff that I would normally talk about on streams and give little updates for. But I'm not able to, so it's all going to get better. You know, everybody's going to recover and it's going to go back to normal. But at the moment, and especially this week and this month, it's been quite difficult. And that's why everything's just kind of ground to a little bit of a halt. So, yeah, I'll hopefully be back to, you know, normal, and really I can start digging into all these things that I want to do in not too long. But yeah, that's the little update that I have, and I guess I'll see you guys at the weekend on the MCEC streams, where I'll be racing tomorrow and then covering the races as usual on Sunday. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Just wanted to give a little update, and yeah, I'll see you at the weekend.